Monday morning, went to a callback. You don't get them often when you're out reselling, but I got some Jurassic Park and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and a few other characters, Mario and stuff from the 90's, from a gentleman's yard sale about a month ago, and I made a video of it. Sold some of it to get my money back and then be able to keep what I wanted out of it because I collect too much stuff, as you can see. But that's what I do. We got a call back yesterday and met them at 5 o'clock at their home. Derek and his wife, I didn't get her name, but very, very nice people. They were his toys, his video game stuff, and they were from his childhood. And I can't emphasize enough, he took care of them. I wish everybody took care of their toys and video game stuff like he did, because it will demand probably better than the average cost of what it shows to be worth on, say, eBay or even some of the other sites that you look at. Completeness is what you want. Accessories, and then in video games, everything to be there. Manuals, inserts, registration cards, all that stuff. And clean. That's the good thing. I did pay up this time. I spent $395. We negotiated back and forth. And there's a few things that I got that I don't know a lot about, and you'll see those, and that's probably where I'll make a good chunk of the money. But let's get into it. I don't want to keep you all day. There you go. Game Boy Color. Now, he had an original Game Boy, and I have two of those. He wanted more than it was worth, so I didn't buy it. I did pay $65 for this, basically, because that's about what it's worth. I gave $100 for this, Zelda, Space Invaders, which I'm keeping. It's worth about $12. And then I'm selling these. I'm probably keeping the Game Boy Color. I have a couple of teal ones, but I don't have a purple grape one. Grape ape, if you know, you know. Anyway, it's really clean. And like I said, this game's worth about $23, $24. And this game I thought was worth about $30 in my general thing, but it's worth $55. So basically, that'll almost pay for the $100 that I spent just on this part of it. Then in another group, I paid $150 for some figures, Jurassic Park, some Street Sharks, which I'm also keeping, and some other stuff. But this was one of the items, and it works. It's Darkwing Duck. I did see two of these sold on eBay, so I haven't made up my mind because I do collect handhelds, and even though this isn't like this, it is a handheld, and it's kind of cool. But it is worth anywhere from $25 to $40. So if I do sell it, it'll go at the top end because it's clean. And that's really where the money comes, is when you got the really good stuff. Let's get back with the rest of it. Next up, he said it didn't work. It's got corrosion, but I'm going to try to play with it. This is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pizza thrower. Yeah. Ninja pizza. Anyway, I'm going to try to work on it. The only thing I can tell, keeping it from being complete, because it does have the pizzas. I wonder if they taste any good from back in those days, is the flag. So we'll see. It's worth, it could be anything from $15 up to $80, depending on if it works or not. These I'm keeping. These are Street Sharks. I've only ever found one of these, and it was the car, and I sold it. But that's pretty cool. And then this guy's pretty cool. He isn't, I mean, both of these are probably worth $20 to $30 a piece. But this one, if you had the goggles, he'd be $100. But he doesn't, so there you go. I could go out and buy it, I guess. But I'm going to put these on the shelves because I just don't see Street Sharks very often. Yeah. More. All right. This is the Bull T-Rex from Jurassic Park. JP28. I do have the JP, I think it's 29 over there. This thing alone would be anywhere from $50 to maybe $90. It was part of the 150 part of the portion of the bundle that I did for the figures. And yeah, he's big. If you ran into him in the jungle, you'd be scared. But since he's not in the jungle and neither am I, we're good, right? Anyway, this is what makes it. Like I said, completeness is what matters. And this guy in his little cage goes in his belly. And yeah. About 150 bucks is what he's worth by himself with this. So, will I sell it? I don't know. I got to get my cost of goods back, so I may have to end up selling him. But we'll see. He does make noise, although right now he's being temperamental. Of course, when he's on camera, you don't want to do it. Come on, dude. Hey, Bandai Zeo Megazord. Yep. He doesn't have his weapon, so again, that'll take away from his value, but I've never seen one. These are cool. I'm almost like I'm doing music reaction videos to music I've never heard. This is from Gargoyles, the movie. Not worth much, maybe 10 bucks. This is from Power Rangers, and I was shocked. It's not worth that much money. Very little money, actually. And so is this. Yeah. Is that a USC Spartan? Oh, no. Roman. Anyway, Power Rangers. Yeah. And most of these have their weapons. So they range, there's over $100 worth of Power Rangers stuff easily. And this was in the $150 buy. And there's another one. And another one, he has the gold things on his shoulders. These things. So, yeah. He's probably the most valuable. Him or the red one coming up. And there you go. And like I said, they do have their weapons. Yeah, right there in the bag. So, those are pretty good. Not worth a lot of money, but also from Jurassic Park. A Jeep. And I'll probably put that in my backdrop somewhere. Next up is Micro Machines. I got a bunch of Micro Machines. Some are military, and then a bunch are Star Wars. And there are tons of figures and vehicles. Most of the vehicles like this, the ships, they're worth about $15 to $20 a piece. And they do have the figures in them. This one's not very valuable. And then, of course, Luke Skywalker, I am your father. Yeah, that one has about a $20 value. And then there's some buildings, because you got to have buildings if you got Star Wars. Next up, Micro Machines Military. There are about 50 vehicles, tanks, a couple of boats, a bunch of helicopters and planes, and other landing craft, a bunch of figures. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. And then a ton of buildings and towers. And these are all Galoob. Yeah. And there's some pretty cool buildings in here. And then always think that the money is in the accessories, because that it's true. And there's a bunch of the weapons and things that go with it. The box is plumb full, as they say. Plumb full of forts and buildings and all kinds of stuff. So that, I've seen some lots of just this bag. Could go a couple $100. The buildings themselves, in comping them, they're probably anywhere from $6 or $8 up to as much as, I saw one that could be 40 if it's, or 50 if it's complete. And I'll have to put them together to figure that out. And I'll be back with the last thing. 15 complete, and I mean pristine condition, PS2 games, mostly kind of the same genre. I like this kind of stuff. And when I say complete, they are complete and they are mint condition. All of them are complete. I'll show them as quick as I can. I paid $3 a piece. This is the only one that's not complete. It's missing its manual, but it's still very complete. Another jack, another Ratchet and Clank. I have some of these, so I'll probably upgrade mine and sell these, or vice versa. All the Grand Theft Autos on PlayStation 2. There's NBA Street. That's a decent game. Another GTA 3. another 007, Vice City, Jack and Dexter again, and 2 God of Wars. God of War 2 and God of War. So these games came up on the high end of sold comps, $253. In this portion, I gave $45, $3 a game, 15 games. So again, some of them will have to sell to get my money back. $3.95 is what I spent on all of this. How do you think I did, by the way? And some of it I'll be able to keep because that's what I want to do. That's the aim. And there you go. I hope you appreciated it. Derek, nice meeting y'all if you're watching, and your lovely wife. And I'll see you on the next one, folks.